Hello and welcome back, Curious. One of the most controversial and famous families in the world is once again in the spotlight, and that is due to nothing more and nothing less than because of the occasion that the Kardashian and Jenner clan celebrating Christmas. Of course, not to be left behind the likes of the royal family, they too published their Christmas cards. But do these show drama and secrets, or just simply the nostalgia of the family? Let's take a closer look at the history of the famous family in holiday-themed photographs, and what they have told us over the years. Make sure you stay with me until the very end, but before we continue, don't forget to hit the bell and the subscription button so you don't miss any of our future videos. The Kardashian family Christmas cards have been a tradition for years, and something that fans of the famous clan unquestionably expect every year. Although these famous postcards can also show how the Kardashian Jenners have changed throughout the years, not just in looks, but also in the new additions and losses to the family. Although, of course, the compliments and criticism appear to be around the famous photographs every year. And we won't lie, since the beginning of this year, Kim was very criticized and accused of photoshopping her family photos. But hey, what's wrong with editing your photos a little to make them look a little bit better? Was the criticism necessary? So let's see what has been removed and what has been added to the holiday cards. The family criticized photo is where the family appears on the staircase in their pajamas, and the eagle-eyed fans pointed out that the retouching is not very well done because they were able to notice it and that it looks weird, and that the retouching is not as professional. And this last one is one that gives us an inspiration to talk about how the family has evolved over time. You know, moving on, how the famous clan has evolved over the years, we can recall to the photos of the Kardashians from 1987, where only Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe were there. So recently, Khloe said that she realized that in the bottom of the photo, her name was misspelled. Wonder if she found it funny. Cause back then, do you think they could have imagined the glamour and fame that awaited them in the future? It seems that at the moment, not even Kris could have dreamed of it. Or do you think she's much of a calculating woman that even back then, she was making plans? Let me know in the comments. After Kris's divorce in 1991, the family photo sessions began again, but only for the little Kardashians with their father, who had passed away from cancer in 2003. And we say divorce since the matriarch of the clan never restrained herself from talking about her indefinitely, during his first marriage, justifying herself, so to speak, and since on repeated occasions she said that she married when she was very young at the age of 22, and her affair happened when she was 30, and she had commented that she felt very ashamed and sorry for what happened since it destroyed her family. She also shared that after the divorce was finalized, she had no idea what she was going to do with her youngest son Robert, who was only 1 year old, and she did not know where they would live, nor did she know how to make a living. And who could have imagined, after not knowing all that one day she would be worth around $37 million, mostly due to the fact that she was the executive producer of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Continuing with what was said about the Christmas in 1990, she soon found a new man to form a family with, and the largest empire of the United States was about to begin. As it was with him, she would have daughters who would have become the youngest millionaire and best paid models in the world, and all because Kris Jenner over time proved to be a great entrepreneur. Since 2008, it can be seen that the family started to put more effort to their glamour and to their Christmas cards, because it is here where we can notice that Kim Kardashian in the middle of her family wearing a dress with a different shade than everyone else in the clan, and the gentleman only wore black. And we must remember that the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians started in 2006, but by 2007, Kim was the star of the family. In 2009, we can still see the whole family welcoming Khloe's then-husband Lamar to the clan, and at that moment, as the fame of the family reality show grew, so did its style. And that same year, Kourtney was pregnant with her first child with Scott Disick. The following year, we see a family in the way that we know them today. So here, we can start to notice the family growing, and this time with Mason making his family debut. And here we also see the beautiful Khloe starting to take on some attention, which so far was always focused on the firstborn Kim. In 2011, you can see the family taking very seriously their role in the limelight and all that it brings with it. This means that they kept up very high profiles to continue being in the center of attention, as it is distinctive of this family, the lifestyle that surrounds them, and of course the photographs do not lie. Let's remember that around that time, Kim had divorced from Humphries. The next year, we start to see the family with a little more fun and welcoming one of the youngest of the family at that time, who was Penelope, daughter of Kourtney and Scott, and where we can already see the not so small changes to the Jenner beauty, and it's already impressive the changes that Kylie has gone through, right? 2013 is when Kim Kardashian got engaged to the famous rapper Kanye West. At this point, you can already see a family breakdown in the clan, since there was Kris's divorce, and right around the corner, as you might remember, that she had announced the separation, and at the same time, what can be said about Khloe, since on December 13th of that year, she announced that she officially asked for a divorce. The Though if you want to know more about the love life, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. But for now, going back to the story, Rob disappeared from the show. The famous card we're showing you was made by David LaChapelle, a piece of work that wanted to demonstrate how life is lived in the world of the Kardashians. And we can see them surrounded by money, jewelry, magazines, children, the matriarch separated from her partner, and we can see Caitlyn locked up in a glass tube in the middle of her gender transition. And so observe the statue that is made out of the former sportsman. Wow, the details. This was a gift to the family from Kanye West, and it seems that this was the most controversial thing in the family, as fans have commented that in it you can see Illuminati symbols, and they said that in this, Kris looks like a boss and Caitlyn looks defeated in the glass capsule. Other things they pointed out is that you can see Khloe and Kourtney very close, even sharing Kourt's children, where the Jenners appear to be in the middle of them, and you can see a pyramid in the eye that sees everything. And even on the wall you can see the artwork of the father, Kylie, and doesn't have a very happy face. We can see Kim on the other side of the pyramid, surrounded by jewelry and money symbols, but what do you think? Are those symbols referring to the Illuminati? Let's remember that the following year held many changes for the family. In 2014, they had decided to not do their traditional Christmas photo shoot because, you know, they had lost, so to say, several members of the family because Scott Disick was no longer there, and also there was no more Bruce but Caitlyn, which was very painful for the whole clan, but especially for Kris. So there were only cards from the little ones in the family, and let's be honest, the photo looks really adorable. Then 2017 came along, and we can see that the Kardashian Jenner women had the power, and since they appear all with their little blessings and they look very happy. Up to here, more than one wonders where was Kanye West, and more they were convinced by the speculations that there were no good and happy moments in Kim's family. And if you want to know more about those rumors about their marital problems, then be sure to click on the link above. However, as you can tell, there is one person that was missing, and that was Kylie Jenner, and that was because they didn't want to show her while she was pregnant with her and Travis Scott's baby. When next year's holiday season arrived, between extravagance and luxury, they celebrate Christmas in a very curious style, and we know that more than one loves their way and style for celebrating different things. Being one of the most impressive are the Christmas holidays for this family. The West Kardashians hosted the celebration, and you will remember that not long ago the family started to see changes in relations with people that not so long ago stopped making appearances, and that year it seemed that they were starting to stabilize. And here we could even see Scott walking around again, since he had just returned from a vacation that he took with Kourtney and Sophia Richie. And at this point we can already see adorable little Stormi with Kylie and a proud Khloe with little True. There are comments among fans that also in this controversial photo from 2018 they all look overdone with Photoshop, but especially North. What do you guys think? Last year's celebrations of Christmas, the family had excelled with their gatherings, as they even had the singer Sia perform for them. We saw Rob and the exes of Kylie and Coco, where they had caused speculations of reconciliations for both of them, but the only couple that we know that made a comeback from the two are Khloe and Tristan. And that year we even saw Richie with Scott for the second time, but what we didn't know was that he would quickly change his partner. And if you want to know more about that, then be sure to click on the link above. But you surely wondered, what did this extravagant and glamorous family have in store for us this year? And we too are anxious. The truth is that this COVID situation has more of us thinking about how it will affect their Christmas. The only thing that we can assure you is that it will be without Sophia Richie. But if these Christmas cards weren't enough for you, then be sure to check out our previous video on how they celebrate Christmas. So curious, why don't you head to the comment section and let us know your thoughts on how this family celebrates Christmas. Would you like to do something similar with your relatives? How do you think Christmas will look like for the Kardashian Jenner family in 2020? Don't forget to let us know what you think, and as always, like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in the next video.